the scientific support for essential oils. So in fact, contrary to what some people seem to think, there is quite a lot of research on essential oils. If you look at the biggest database of scientific literature in the world, which is PubMed, then you find more than 25,000 publications on essential oils. That is just on essential oils and not on the components of essential oils, because essential oils are complex mixtures containing sometimes hundreds of different components, of course in different proportions. Some of these are present in trace amounts, others may make up even half of the total of the essential oil. But so the 25,000 that I mentioned publications is just on essential oils. There are many more publications on the components of essential oils. Now, out of those, only about 800 pertain to clinical trials of essential oils, where, according to modern methodologies, the effect of a clinical oil is tested. This is typically done by having patients treated with, on the one hand, the essential oil, on the other hand, a control preparation that looks almost identical. It could be another essential oil or something similar. And in order to avoid that the patients or their physicians get influenced by knowing who gets which, the active or the control treatment, the two groups of the patients and the physicians that are involved in the clinical trial are blinded to this. So no one knows who gets the active and who gets the control preparation. And in these studies, the patients are assigned at random to the treatment or the control group. Then at the end of the clinical study, the code is broken, and then one knows which patients were treated with the active and which ones with the control medicine. And then the results of the treatment, the effects, are compared between those two groups to see if there is a significant difference, both in the beneficial effects and sometimes also in the side effects between the treated group versus the control. So with essential oils, only about 800 publications have been included in this big database, PubMed, that pertain to clinical trials with essential oils. So that is relatively little compared to the total amount of research with these oils. The other research that is not the clinical research is then typically either on animals or on cells or even proteins in the laboratory, where specific effects of oils can be tested in simpler models. And those, of course, help to support the, let's say, the use of these oils in patients, but the fact that such an oil has an effect in an animal, for instance, although very helpful, does not constitute proof that it will also have beneficial effects in humans, let alone in patients. So this other evidence is very useful, and it is also hard scientific evidence, but it does not necessarily constitute proof that an essential oil has a beneficial effect in patients.